Will just tend to, I just have to spray my hands because that's all that's exposed.
On the back of my neck.
Right. But even if you have long sleeves or something, your emissions are still coming out, so you're able to spray on the clothes to really reduce that scent for them.
I'm liking this Bioactive.
Perfect. I have a few bottles for you.
So. Now does the we see where it comes in. You've got a spray pump. And the various sizes that you have. Now, is this product just? I asked you this question just now, but is it just for mosquitoes? I mean, how about other flies and
Not
there
so
are
much
other things,
just like flies, really, but any of the air tint. It is really mainly for the mosquitoes.
Okay.
Tick black flies. But we've walked on the beach at night. Sometimes you get those little sandflies that are getting your ankles. Spray it on, and we're not getting those either. So
or sometimes you're out on your patio eating, and even if you're drinking coffee or whatever, and flies just zoom in. You don't have flies the entire time, but you go outside with a cup of coffee and they just appear, or whatever you're eating, they just appear, and you wonder where these things come from. So they technically don't work on the flies.
Yeah, not too much on just on the flies.
We just concentrating on mozzies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, and when you're asking about the sizes, the really cool thing about the 150 milliliter can is the BOV can.
Okay.
I actually wasn't going to bring to the island initially because to me it looks like an aerosol can. It was the #1 seller in Canada, but eventually on my second shipment, I realized they're BOV cans.
Okay.
So the product doesn't mix with any aerosol to go on your skin, as well as no aerosols emitted into the environment. As soon as I realized that, then we decided to bring them in because it's a little easier to apply ones that are constant flow opposed to pump spray.
Okay. Well, we're back up live streaming on YouTube, so you can actually check out the different sizes that we have in the studio. Now, Alan, when are mosquitoes most active?
Well, most mosquitoes are definitely active at dusk. We know at sunsets.
They're active all the time.
Sometimes you feel like they're going to pick you up and carry you away. But we all know people that live, close to wetlands or canals, and like you just said, they're active all day. They're just relentless, especially after a rainfall. The big thing is the repellent lasts 12 hours. So what we started doing as a family, we kind of started getting in the habit on weekends. If we're going somewhere, it's 12 o'clock, we're packing up the kids to go to the beach or whatnot. We lather on the repellent as well as sunscreen. On the island, we become second nature that you're leaving as a family, you put on sunscreen. You're leaving, you put on sunscreen, and then we end up reapplying it multiple times wherever we are during the day. We started doing this since it's 12 hours, and you put it on at midday. Next thing, the sun's coming down, the sun's setting. You're looking at everybody, and normal. You start slapping, and then you start looking for the repellent. I remember there was one time we were meeting up with a whole bunch of friends at Botanical Gardens, and we got there, and we had a repellent on. We forgot we had it on. It wasn't until the light switch that happens. It went from no mosquitoes to 1 million mosquitoes. And everybody's running around. Our first reaction was like, "Oh no, we need to find our bug spray." And then we paused. We're like, "Oh, we're not getting bit. we already put it on." So it really kind of become a part of a routine to get it on before we leave the house.
So say I'm leaving home at 4 o'clock, and the mozzies normally come at about 6:30 ish. Do I have to put it on? Maybe half an hour before I leave home, or it doesn't matter?
No, excellent question. As soon as you put it on, within a couple of minutes, it's blocking their receptors. It's effective. Yeah, and it's going to be effective for up to 12 hours. So
up to 12 hours.
Up to 12 hours. Yeah.
Wow. So I can stay out all afternoon, all evening, all night. Okay, I'm just loving this product, man. No, give us some examples, Alan, of who you cater to when it comes to your product.
Good question. As we said before, since it's nursing mothers, pregnant women, kids 6 and under, it's pretty much almost everybody. But what we're looking for, especially there's so many after-school programs here with families and kids, soccer, rugby, baseball, and parents are awesome rooting on their kids and slapping themselves constantly with mosquitoes. So, really getting it out to the families that are doing those things at sunset time. But being on an island like here, it's just really everybody, especially when certain things like chickamauga or dengue or anything, those are, we have those surges that they come up and down. It's just good to have a repellent that is going to work, especially for the young kids.
Going back to those kids, I watch them, like my grandkids, and they're playing baseball or whatever after 6. And I'm the one itching, I'm the one scratching, and they're okay. They're on the field just playing. I'm like, oh, the muzzies don't like sports, But, no, so we know your products are suitable for children, babies, pregnant women. What about pets?
Excellent question. It is not, and I want to make sure people, a lot of people, that is a common question when they hear it's so gentle on your skin and so easy for young children. Some people just actually assume, 100% it will be okay for the pets. It's not. There's not enough research done. They're not saying that it isn't, but we don't want to do any testing on them until we know for sure. So the manufacturers of Piactive are looking into products for animals because it has been a normal request. But as of now, these products, definitely please keep them away from your pets.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have pets. I'm just saying, if I don't have pets, right? And some people, they can't use just about anything in their skin because they're so sensitive or they have allergies or whatever. Can you spray it around you? Is it effective if you spray it around you?
It's not as nearly as effective as it's going to be around, because really what it is blocking the receptors of the mosquitoes, the emissions of what you're coming, the oxygen, carbon dioxide that's coming out of you, really.
Okay.
But the good thing is that it being a light irritant on skin, what we tell people that have super, super sensitive skin is just take one spray, put it on their wrists, and then just leave it. And, next day, see, is it red there? No. I've actually had a few people contact me after trying the product. One woman in particular was saying how she feels like she has her evenings back. She said the whole family would go out for a walk with the dog, and she was the magnet of mosquitoes. And she said she was just missing that time because it just wasn't worth it. Because her skin was so sensitive, she couldn't use the repellents that her family was using. When she's tried this, she was just blown away that now she's feeling like she can get back walking with the family and stuff. So it's definitely good for people that are highly sensitive skin. But still, test it.
Yeah. Now, Alan, we've got to take a quick break. When we come back, you can tell us where we can buy the product and what's the shelf life.
Perfect.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Between 1949 and 1951, health officer Berta E. Banks and entomologist George Gigioli spearheaded the first serious fight against mosquito with spraying equipment and large quantities of the new insecticide DDT. The program was credited with eradicating the threat of yellow fever and malaria. In the later 50s, the program was upgraded with the purchase of the Todd insecticidal fog applicator, which was mounted on the back of a truck and delivered a noxious mist of DDT impregnated diesel oil.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way, positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
It's 7 minutes until 8 o'clock. Good morning. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're speaking with Mr. Alan Correa. Alan is the owner-manager of Piactive Core Distributors. And we're talking all things Mozzies this morning. Tell you what, Alan just sprayed some of the Piactive. Which one was that, Alan?
The 100 milliliter, the travel bottle. Yeah.
The travel bottle. And there was a slight nice smell at first, but now I kind of rub it on and there's no smell at all.
Yeah.
And knowing that this would last for 12, this would keep those little boys away for 12 hours, man, I'm sold.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sold, Paul.
And it's not greasy. You know, that's a really nice thing is with your hands.
You've got one over there. Paul's got one in the room.
Oh, perfect.
You need to come and to Piactive up. No, Alan, tell us where Paul can and the rest of the folks can buy Piactive DEET free.
Perfect. At all Fosters. All Fosters are carrying it. It's at Hurley's. We're at A.L. Thompson's. Value Med Pharmacies, both locations, West Bay and Savannah Pharmacies and Gifts. And yeah, there's a couple more coming on board, and there's a few restaurants are now starting to request it. You know, we'll be at the Taco Cantina out east. Ram, the manager at I'm not sure their new name, the Outpost, the place at Pedro's.
Oh, Pedro, okay.
You know, they're going to be carrying it as well. So, yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing it a lot more on the island.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Alan, it has a nice feel to it as well, and it's like you have cream on it or something.
Yeah, and then once it kind of dissolves in, you don't even realize it's there, which is nice. Yeah.
I just love it. I love it. What's the shelf life for the repellent?
So Icarinan, it's a stable chemical, which means Piactive really has no expiration date. So there's no expiration date on the bottles. Okay. You will get some people say, no more than 10 years. But in an island like this, if you have one of these, in a couple months you're going to be through it. Yeah.
I'm looking for more. No, do you offer besides being in the supermarket, the product being in the supermarket, do you offer a delivery service?
We were doing delivery during the pandemic when it kind of started, kind of get it out there. But now that's in the grocery stores, all the way Moritz, Foster's has it, West Bay Pharmacy. Now they're just in the stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take for instance someone who has sensitive skin and you're just worried about using the product. Reassure them, Alan. You have the mic.
The big thing is product over a year, tested and true. It's taken over the market share in Canada as being the number one repellent, and it's really when something is so effective, you start to kind of get that following, the ground roots following behind it. And my big selling point really comes back to the opening with my mother-in-law. Stereotypically, redheads have a little bit more sensitive skin. She's super sensitive, and she was raving about it, and that's what was kind of come in. So, but with that, I always tell people, don't hesitate. Spray a little bit on, have a little bit of a sample area to see if you have any irritants. Knock on everything. Since I've been saying that, I haven't had anybody come back and say. But feedback for sure. So if anybody's trying and has questions, I love calls because I have direct contact with the manufacturers. So if there's any questions or anything like that I might not be able to answer, I'll be able to get the information for them.
Okay, can we have that number and all your contact details, Alan?
Definitely. So you can reach me at 916-7263.
Okay.
If you guys want to email, it's info@core, and core is CORR -distributors.com. So email me if they're looking for orders or questions or anything. And a website is www.core-distributors.com.
Are you on IG and Facebook and all the good stuff?
Yeah, we're on Facebook and IG. So we're there. Slowly getting getting more information.
Up and about.
Yeah.
No, Alan. What can you leave with us this morning? I mean, I see Paul swatting over there. Paul, you got a Mazu one? I think he came in with Alan.
That's funny, right? It only takes one too. You can have one in a little room and.
Alan, what would you like to leave with our listeners this morning?
Well, really, thank you for taking the time to put me on so we can kind of get the knowledge of people out there. And really, I would say is don't let the mosquitoes on the island limit what you're going to do.
Terrorize you?
Yeah, terrorize you, limit what you're going to do, and be nervous about the product that you have to put onto your skin. So I would say, give it a try. Make sure you apply it on, and let me know if you have any questions on it.
We're going to definitely call you back in here if I get bitten by a mosquito. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Alan. Give us your telephone number again and where we can buy the product.
No problem. So again, at all Fosters, A.L. Thompson, Hurley's, Value Meds, Savannah, and Countryside, Savannah Pharmacy, as well as West Bay. And email at info@core-distributors.com. And again, the number is 916-7263.
And soon come, Piactive is going to be a sponsor of our program, RC Fusion.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
We're looking forward to having Piactive on board. Alan, thank you so much.
Anita, thank you. Really appreciate the time.
It's been a pleasure. And
you as well.
I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to go out this afternoon with the spray that you did put on my hand.
Definitely leave you a bottle and get a proper. Yes.
And see if I'm going to just go outside and see if they're going to bite me.
Perfect. Well, make sure you have more than one spray on, though. You got to have a little bit more. Yeah.
No, but I love the product. Thank you so much, Alan. It's a great idea. You've been listening to Alan Correa. And Alan is the owner manager of Piactive Core Distributors. Make sure you give him a call if you have any questions, and I'm pretty sure he'll be happy. I know he's happy. He'll be happy to take those calls. We're going to take a quick time check, headlines. We've got weather, traffic, and we'll be back with our second segment. And on the second segment, we'll be speaking to JN Money Services. Stay tuned, please.
Thanks again.
Radio Cayman time check is now 8 a.m. This time check is brought to you by our friends at Foster's.
This Easter, make it all about eating better with Foster's.
Make it easy with our all-new Easter dinners, prepared fresh by our deli team.
First, choose your main from Escovitch Snapper, Cayman-style beef, maple glazed ham, and smoked jerk pork shoulder.
Then customize it with your choice of sides and desserts. Plus, every order comes with dinner rolls and coleslaw.
And the best part? All you need to do is serve and enjoy.
Order yours online from $94.99 at fosters.ky/Easter.
This Easter, make it Foster's. Better because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. News is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The governor and deputy governor weigh in after the Home Affairs Ministry is reassigned due to a breach of the ministerial code of conduct. The statements were issued Monday night in support of the premier's decision to give Home Affairs to the health minister and place the Honorable Bernie Bush on unpaid leave for 2 weeks for infringing the Constitution and breaching the code of conduct after his conduct and comments in relation to the staff of the fire service were called into question. The governor says it's crucial to the good functioning of Cayman's democracies that ministers respect the constitutional boundaries and separation of powers, while the deputy governor, who is responsible for the civil service, added that when concerns are brought to his attention, he will take action as set out under the Public Service Management Act. Mr. Bush has apologized for his conduct and will retain leadership of the Ministries of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage. The Health Services Authority is getting a new fleet of ambulances.
Crucially important that we're able to provide this additional team in Bordentown to be able to improve our response time within that area. In addition to investing in the physical facility where the ambulance will reside in Bordentown, we've also procured 6 new ambulances to replace the existing fleet and add 1 additional ambulance. Some of our equipment now are carrying over 175,000 miles.
HSA Deputy CEO Ronnie Dunn says the current fleet is operating well, but they need to be replaced before they break down.
The international standard is that the ambulance should reach you within 8 minutes after you make the call. And right now with the teams that we have and the increase in traffic that we're seeing across the island, that's not always possible.
And the Office of the Ombudsman is alerted after a data breach at the Department of Commerce and Investment. DCI says they're investigating the April 5th breach involving personal data of individuals associated with a small number of licenses. DCI says it immediately pulled its online portal for designated non-financial business and professions offline. A system fix is in testing before they boot it back up. In regional news, analysts in Mexico said Monday that President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's successful push to hold the weekend's recall vote could, paradoxically, leave Mexico's democracy weaker. López Obrador declared Sunday's referendum, in which he was strongly supported by the few Mexican voters who participated, as a, quote, complete success and an historic event. But his Morena party used illegal, old-style electioneering tactics to get out the vote for what was largely symbolic. López Obrador was never in doubt of losing the referendum Sunday, with his approval ratings currently hovering around 60%. Near final vote tallies Monday showed that about 92% of the ballots cast said he should remain in office. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. President Vladimir Putin has described Russia's military objectives in Ukraine as noble, 6 weeks after he launched an invasion in which large numbers of civilians have been killed. Mr. Putin said courageous Russian forces were helping the people of the Donbas region. He made the remarks at a cosmodrome in Russia's Far East, accompanied by the leader of Belarus. Ukraine and Russia are both building up their military forces in Donbas as Moscow redirects its offensive. A senior Ukrainian official said there were battles all day, every day, along the demarcation line between the two sides. The family and friends of a British man fighting in the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol have told the BBC his unit has surrendered to Russian forces. The mother of Aidan Aslin said he'd told her he had no weapons left and had no choice. In other news, as Sri Lanka's economic crisis continues, the central bank has announced the suspension of foreign debt repayments. The bank said it would focus on paying for essential imports rather than worry about servicing external debt. Iran is temporarily closing its consular services in neighbouring Afghanistan after its diplomatic mission in the city of Herat was targeted by protesters. They were angered by videos which appear to show Iranian border guards beating Afghan refugees. Tehran dismissed the footage as baseless. Suspected militants in Benin have killed 5 soldiers in a national park in the north of the country. There's been increased jihadist activity in the area because of its proximity to conflict zones in neighbouring Burkina Faso, Niger and Nigeria. A Greek climber has become the first recorded fatality of this year's Himalayan climbing season. The death of Antonios Sikaris was announced in Nepal a day after he reached the summit of Mount Dhaulagiri. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com. Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Town. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
For the Health of It is heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. It is brought to you by Holy Cross Health. Quality medical care and advanced technology with sincere compassion and understanding. Our mission is you. Call 1-954-351-5906. Email global services at holy-cross.com or visit Holy Cross Health at holy-cross.com.
The Tuesday and Thursday edition of The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies, providing quality pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and consumer products to healthcare providers, retailers, and ultimately the patients at a reasonable rate in a friendly, caring, and timely manner. Cayman Medical Supplies is located at number 93 Smith Road, Windward Center. Telephone 949-6211.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Head east on Cove Road. Sharp left on Church Street. Sharper left. No, your other left. Did I say left? Nope, you missed it. Okay, I'm lost.
With money-saving bundling options for home and motor, we're like a GPS that doesn't steer you wrong. CG Britcay. Good like that.
Let's stop and ask for directions.
All right, good morning. Let's take a look at your latest weather. Compliments of our friends at CG Britcay. Present temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 85, kind of warm. Winds are out of the east at 15 miles per hour. Relative humidity 78%. Last night's dew point was at 73. Barometric pressure is at 29.97 inches and falling. Fresh to strong easterly winds and rough seas will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours as a high-pressure system builds over the southeast United States. Our forecast for today, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will rise to the low 80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 15 to 20 knots. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. Small craft should exercise caution over the open waters. Later tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 30% chance of late night showers. Temperatures will fall to the mid-70s. Winds will be east to northeast at 15 to 20 knots. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. Small craft continue to exercise caution over the open waters. We're presently in a high tide. Low tide will be at 1:22 this afternoon. It's going to be high at 7:21 this evening. For tomorrow, low tide is at 1:26 a.m., high at 7:25 a.m., low at 1:49 p.m., and high at 7:58 p.m. Your sunset is at 6:41 this evening. Sunrise for tomorrow at 6:10. The outlook is for moderate winds and seas from Thursday morning. That, my friends, is your latest weather.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report brought to you by CG Britcay, where people come first.
Good morning, everyone. Hello?
Hello? Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I see we have just about everyone, and of course Tom drops off, as per usual. Let's just wait a minute here. He always comes right back, and we're almost ready, and... oh, whoever's dog that is, please go on mute. Why won't it let me share my screen? Okay, looks like we're ready to start.
We're like a video conference with no technical issues. CG Brit K. Good like that.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
All right, good morning, my friends. Once again, let's take a look at your latest traffic reports via the Google app. We got some traffic buildup along South Church Street, of course, leading up to Seafarers Way. Bit of traffic out in that vicinity. Similar with North Church Street, bit of traffic as traffic is feeding in from the West Bay Road. Of course, checking out the Esterly Tibbetts Highway, got a bit of traffic coming in to the Butterfield roundabouts, and some traffic heading towards the east area. Those continuing along Godfrey Nixon Way onto Eastern Avenue, light traffic, and looking down at the C&B roundabout, a bit of traffic along Huldah Avenue in the northward direction. If you're coming out of the eastern districts, once again, remember the lanes has been the traffic lane in the newly constructed area of Linford Pearson. There's some cones in the road, which will cause you to slow down. Of course, that will cause some traffic in that area. And those continuing through Agnes Way onto Crew Road, expect some traffic out there as well. The Linford Pearson Highway already busy with traffic to the CUC roundabout outside King Sports Center. Those coming out of the east-west arterial, traffic seems to be flowing smoothly. If you're going through South Sound, good traffic flow is expected until getting closer to Walker's Road. Turning to Miss Lassie's house area, expect some traffic along Walker's Road. Getting closer to the Georgetown area, got some traffic along Walker's Road there as well. Of course, coming out in Cayman Brack, Little Cayman, light traffic out in that side this morning time. Your traffic report brought to you by our good friends at Subway.
Subway is serving up a special new sauce, bursting with flavor in every bite. The new Savory Collection is a tropical sweet and spicy sauce made with a combination of spices, habanero peppers, thyme, onion, black pepper, ginger, citrus juices, and molasses.
So good. Wow. Sensational. Delicious.
Subway's Savory Collection pairs perfectly with our oven roasted chicken or steak sub. Savor the flavor. For a limited time, only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. Unfortunately, our guest from Jan Money couldn't. She's on? Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Silver Fox. Thanks for that information. Good morning and welcome to the Business Buzz. Oh, she left. Let's see if we can get her back, Paul. But in the meantime, I just want to let you know that we'll hear all about Jan Money. Jan Money's exciting promotion for us here in the Cayman Islands. And hopefully we can speak to Tishoni Ellis, who is the marketing specialist, Canada and the Caribbean, from Jan Money Services Limited. In the meantime, while Silver Fox is trying to get her on the line, thank you so much for joining us on the Business Buzz. You can join the Business Buzz every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Radio Cayman. My name is Anita Khan, and it's always my pleasure to keep you company. While we're waiting for Tishoni to get back on the line, hopefully we can get her back. Coming up in the third segment, we'll have from Derma, We'll have Dr. Rebecca DeMiguel, and she's in the studio actually with me, keeping me company until we have that discussion with Tishoni. And we'll be speaking about all things skincare. And we'll take it from there. In the meantime, let's hope that Paul can get back to Shani on the line this morning. And just to let you know that JNMS Cayman is a premier remittance company in the Cayman Islands, and they're a subsidiary of JNBS Group and is diversified across different regions. JNMS prides itself in being a good corporate citizen, and as such, we have been heavily included, or they have been heavily included and involved in the community over the years. Tishoni Ellis on the line, marketing specialist, Canada and the Caribbean from JN Money Services Limited. Good morning, Tishoni.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I hope everyone is having a great day so far.
I hope so too. And how are you?
I am good. I am really good. I'm just happy, to be here and so that we can have this little chat so I can tell persons.
I know. I'm sorry you can't be in the studio with us this morning, but it's good to have you via the phone. Now, JN Money has always been doing exciting promotions for customers in Cayman, Tishoni. Last Christmas, you gave away cash to customers in the Cashmas Christmas promotion, correct?
That's correct, yes.
No, tell us, is there an exciting JN Money promotions that's going on right now?
Yes, I am really excited to announce that JN Money has launched its new promotion called Win a Trip Home, where customers who send funds via JN Money to Jamaica, Honduras, the Philippines, or Guyana will have a chance to win a trip back to their home country. This is really exciting. We really wanted to do something for our customers, and we think what better way to do something for them more that they would appreciate. This, most persons are not really, the expense for airfare is very expensive, so, they're not really able to travel back home sometimes. So, this was just what we thought of, what better way to just come up with an opportunity where we reward our customers to win a trip home.
And this is a return ticket, correct?
It's
not a one-way. Just making sure.
We'll get into the details of it.
All right.
Get further.
Okay. No, it's all exciting. But how can I or someone participate in the promotion?
Okay, so persons can participate. So JN Money customers, of course, can participate in the promotion once they send 2 or more transactions to Jamaica, the Philippines, Honduras, or Guyana between now until September 30th. So they have a lot of time, and this is it's really simple and easy. They'll be, once they send funds 2 or more times, they're eligible to be a part of this promotion. But it gets better. So customers who send 2 or 3 more transactions, so it have to be 3 or more transactions via JN Money to Jamaica, Philippines, Honduras, or Guyana, they will have double entry into the promotion. So that means that the more they send, the more they increase their chances to win.
Okay. Now, what exactly does a trip back home means to the customer? And can you explain further the details of the prize?
Right. So a trip back home means that JN Money will be gifting 4 customers airfare in full or part capped at US $2,000. That means if the trip to Jamaica is $500, the JN Money customer who sent to Jamaica and was selected would get the full $500. But say the trip costs $2,500, then they'll just get the $2,000 in contribution towards the full airfare to go back to their home country.
Okay.
But they can also visit our website, www.jnmoneyonline.com, to just get more details about this and how it works.
Now, you said this will run until September 30th, right, the promotion?
Right, that is correct.
Okay. And what are the draw dates?
Okay, so the grand draw date will be on October 14, 2022. So it's after the promotion ends, and persons it is a random selection. So the more you send is the more it increases your chance to be selected.
And speaking of being selected, how will customers be selected for this prize?
Right. As it will be a random selection. It's a random selection, so the more that the person sends is the more their chances will increase to be selected.
Okay. Now, how will winners be notified? Will you be calling them, or how would you notify them?
So once they have been randomly selected, we will call them to let them know that they have just won this amazing prize, and that's how we usually contact our customers. We do call them personally. We call them. So it's not a text and it's not an email. It's a phone call.
Okay. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. We're speaking with Tashani Ellis, Marketing Specialist, Canada and the Caribbean, and she's with JN Money Services Limited. Tashani, how can folks get more information? Is there a website, or how can they follow JN Money Services, follow you on the various social media platforms?
Right. So I'll just recap. So the promotion is where persons can send, where JN Money customers can send 2 or more transactions to Jamaica, to the Philippines, to Honduras, or Guyana to have a chance to win a trip back home. Customers will be randomly selected at the end of the promotion period, which runs straight up till September 30th. And the grand draw will be done on October 14, 2022. And for persons who would like more information about this, they can always visit www.jnmoneyonline.com, and that's where they'll get more information. Or they can follow our Instagram page at jnmoney1 on social media.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to leave with our listeners this morning, Tashani?
Well, I just want to say to everyone to, visit our nearest JN Money branch today and start sending with us so that you can get this amazing opportunity to get a trip back home wherever you are. You see, we went as far as going to the Philippines. So it's really for you to just visit one of our closest JN Money branches. There's one on Shedden Road and there's one on Eastern Avenue. Once you go there and send funds back to any of these 4 countries, you'll have an amazing opportunity to win a trip home. So just continue using us and enjoying our services that we offer.
Okay, give me those locations again for Jane. You said Shedden Road?
So we have one on Shedden Road and there's one on Eastern Avenue.
Okay.
If you would like, I can give you the exact address for it. That would be better?
Oh, sure, fine. Go ahead.
All right. So our location on Shedden Road is, one second, let me give you the exact address. I do have it here, but it's really...
That's okay. We've got Shedden Road and
Shedden
Eastern
Road
Avenue.
and
Eastern Avenue. There's a small one I found in case you missed that one. It's inside of the Tortuga building.
We have other JN Money locations, but that was specifically the branches. So we have other agents.
Smaller
locations.
agents. Oh, okay, I see.
Smaller agent locations. So
Great.
in all, we have about 10 locations in Cayman.
Awesome. Okay, Tashani, what's it like in Jamaica today? Good.
It's partly cloudy in Jamaica today. It was raining yesterday, so today is a little bit partly cloudy. But I'm thinking we'll have a pretty good day. It's always nice and warm and sunny here.
It's a nice beach day?
It's usually always a nice beach day in Jamaica. But it's a bit partly cloudy. We've been having a little rain for these couple of days, but it's still good weather.
Okay. Now, are you going to have that cash must for Christmas again? Promotion for Christmas? Or you don't want to say yet?
Well, we can't say yet, but usually it's always something very exciting. So persons can still look out. I know it's a bit early to start thinking about Christmas, but yeah.
No, it's not early. It's not early. Never too early to think about Christmas.
It's never too early, but Jane Money will definitely make it exciting again this Christmas.
Okay, so the exciting thing to do right now is to participate and win to get to go home. Win a trip home.
Win a trip home, and just to follow our pages so that they'll get more information on some of the other exciting stuff that will be coming up, because before it's Christmas we'll have some other exciting promotions that we will be embarking on in Cayman and even in our other territories that we operate in.
Okay. Tashoni Ellis, thank you so much for sharing about J&M Money Services Limited, your latest promotion for our customers here in the Cayman Islands. We appreciate you chatting with us this morning, and we do apologize for the technical difficulties at the start of the call. We want to have a great day, and we'll speak to you again in the future soon, I'm sure.
Soon, yes, we will speak again. Thanks for having me.
And good luck with the promotion. Win a trip home.
Yes, it's exciting.
Okay. Tashoni, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And there you had Tashoni Ellis, Marketing Specialist, Canada and the Caribbean from J&M Money Services Limited. It's 27 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll speak to Dr. Rebecca De Miguel from Dharma. And we'll be speaking to her on our third and final segment of the Business Buzz on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
It's Kirk Freeport's 50th anniversary, and we're celebrating with you. If it's your 50th birthday in 2022, we have a $50 gift card for you. If you're celebrating your 50th wedding anniversary or higher, it's $500. We'll also donate $50,000 to charities and increase the rewards for store purchases, too. Purchases of $500 will receive branded gifts, while purchases of $100 gain entry into our monthly sweepstakes with prizes from luxury brands. View terms and conditions on KirkFreeport.com.
I've got some beautiful clothes. I know just where they go. Puritan Cleaners.
Puritan Cleaners, now using the most popular and eco-friendly cleaning solvents. 2 convenient locations to serve you: Savannah Countryside and Eastern Avenue, Georgetown. Drive-through, rain or shine, free pickup and delivery services available. Call Puritan Cleaners, 949-7104. Also ask about our in-house discounts. Puritan Cleaners, you feel good when you look good.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. As we promised, we will be speaking with dermatologist Dr. Rebecca De Miguel of Dharma, and we'll be speaking about ways to protect our skin. Dr. Miguel, she's been keeping me company while we spoke to J&M Money this morning. Good morning. Thank you for being our guest in the studio today.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It's a pleasure.
It's our pleasure. Now, Dr. Miguel, let's talk a little bit about you. We want to hear about the services and everything, but we want to get to know you a little better.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm originally from Spain. I'm a dermatologist. I've been trained there in Spain. I've been here about 10 years. I have 2 children, a boy of 13 and a girl of 8.
Okay.
I love sports. I don't know what else.
It's good to have you in the studio. Now, just share some details about the thinking behind Dharma, why it was all set up, and the quality of services that you offer over there.
Okay. As I said, I've been here already 10 years, and I've been seeing the needs for dermatology during all this time. And at the beginning, I was working with Dr. Alvaro, whom I consider like a father for me, because he was always helping me a lot, and he still does. And but it was a challenge. It came the idea a little bit by a chance. It was not planned at the beginning, but it was the opportunity to have a clinic just for skin cancer, for skin health, based just for dermatology, no, and incorporating all those needs that I saw that they were missing in Cayman, but we could have them here, no. And that was how I started. In particular, one of the skin cancer techniques that is Mohs surgery, that right now the patients, they have to fly overseas to have the treatments, and we were able to provide it here. So we are planning, hopefully soon, if the Health Practice Commission approves us soon, we are planning to have the first Mohs unit in Grand Cayman. Okay. So it's very exciting.
Now, at Dharma, you specialize in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide range of clinical conditions that affect the skin, the hair, nails. Just tell us a little bit more about your services.
Well, that's very important what you just said, because people think that dermatologists, we are just for the skin, no? Mm-hmm. But we also treat the hair and the nails. Mm-hmm. So at the clinic, we do a lot of treatments. I have a master on hair, a master on skin cancer. So one of the main focus on the clinic is in these two topics. Mm-hmm. And in hair, we do a lot of treatments with plasma, PRP, injections, mesotherapy, etc. And we have a diagnosis studio with a microscope to monitor the treatments and to do a proper diagnosis of the hair conditions. We do obviously the basic treatments, acne, rosacea, warts, etc. We have an interesting subunit, let's say, mm-hmm. of allergy testing with more than 100 allergens to test. We do a lot of skin cancer prevention and treatment, and we have the ATVM studio with the photo finder, that is the mole mapping machine. So we do like a wide range, obviously cosmetic. As a dermatologist, we have to do Botox, fillers, and lasers, and these kind of things, no? So it's quite, that's why I love dermatology, because it's so different. You can do so many different things, and you can help in so many different ways, that I love that.
Now, what are some of the common issues relating to the skin, especially as we age? I know my issues, and I don't want to admit, to them. But what are some of those common issues?
Well, it's when we are aging, it's true that we are having more wrinkles, more spots, and here in Cayman with the sun, it's even worse, no? Mm-hmm. So we do a lot of treatments for that. But I always say to my patients that the sunscreen is the cheapest anti-aging.
Yes.
You have to use sunscreen, and you are going to have less wrinkles, less spots. So
I learned that the hard way, because when I first moved, I'm from a tropical country, came here, and you go out on the weekends on the boat, and you just, I'm brown skin, so there's nothing to worry about. And right after Hurricane Ivan in 2004, with all the heat, it was so hot. After all the trees were down and stuff like that, I found that I started to develop dark spots. Now, some people say dark spots, they come with aging, but I feel they come with just being out in the sun without any protection.
Yes, that's too true. In fact, that's the problem we have, that many times the darker color of skins, they think that they are protected, and that's not true. You still age. Perhaps you have less chances to have skin cancer. That's true also. Okay. But you age, you have wrinkles, you have spots. So sunscreen, please.
Sunscreen. And even if you use a moisturizer or day cream or whatever, make sure it has some protection. Yeah. Now, at Dharma, you specialize in the diagnosis and and treatment. Tell us, it's got to be a lot of work over there. Tell us about it, your team, your staff that make up the team at Derma.
Well, in Derma, we have like a small team. It's like a kind of a family. We are increasing the number of people working with us, and they are, to be honest, very, very qualified. I'm very happy with all of them, and they are amazing. They always help. They work like a team, and during this time of the pandemic, and it was a challenging time also for Cayman, so we try to help also some way, and 6 out of 7 in the office of the staff, we are Caymanian or PR. So we try always to give an opportunity, to our people here. So, but they are amazing. They are very good. We are still short of staff, I have to admit, and if they are hearing me right now, they know that, but we're working on that.
Okay. No, before we go into more details about stuff like skin cancer and the like, what has been the most satisfying thing about being a dermatologist and working in the medical field?
I guess the faces of the patients when they say thank you without saying thank you, or when they come and they smile and they hug you, and sometimes they bring you a mango or eggs or something like that. Yes, and they say thank you, doctor, or they bring you a photo of the daughter of the that's nice when you've been a while in the community and you have seen the father, the son. It's nice to be like a part of the family and help them sometimes. No, it's good.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Now, at Derma, do you offer any skin cancer screening programs in order to identify skin cancers even at the earliest stage?
Yes, I think is the most important thing, to do prevention. No, I've been the 10 years that I've been here, I've been working with the brand Photo Finder. That is a German brand that has this kind of a mole mapping software. We always have the latest that is coming to the market, and now there is a very nice one that is an automatic mole mapping system, and where you can have the photos, and then when you come back in a year, for instance, the machine is detecting if you have a new mole or any of the moles that you had have changed. So it's very interesting. It's a fantastic tool. Although I always tell the patients, we have to check you too, because that machine is just for pigmented lesions, but not for color skin lesions that sometimes are basal cell carcinomas or squamous cell carcinomas, other type of skin cancer. So it's important also to be checked with the dermatologist, And we do a lot of workshops with children. I've been working with the Cancer Society many years, doing workshops in the schools. And now, soon, I'm working hard on this. We are trying to do a program for the schools that is Living with the Sun. It's a program in 4 units, like some workshops for the school, ideas for the teachers. So it's very interesting. So soon we are going to talk about that too. I love those kind of things of doing prevention because I consider that is super important.
Adults need to learn about that too.
Yeah, that's so true.
I still do. No, how long does that skin cancer screening take, Doc?
Well, it depends. If it's just a general screen, we can do it in 20, 30 minutes. But if we are going to do also the mole mapping, sometimes it's 45 minutes, a little bit longer.
Okay. No, skin cancer warning signs. How should we be aware of them, and how do we know what signs do we see? And mold, should moles be checked by a dermatologist?
We have 2 types of skin cancer. Everybody knows about the melanoma because it's the one that is the more dangerous one, and but thanks God that's not the most common one. The most common one is the no-melanoma skin cancer that includes the basal cell and the squamous. Those I see at least 4 every single day. So we see a lot of lesions for that here with the sun and the fair skin. So I always recommend to come to the office once a year, and if you have, of course, risk factors, come more often. Usually, those type of skin cancer, no melanoma, is the ones that I have, sometimes the patients, they come, no, I have this mosquito bite. And for how long? 3 months. That's not a mosquito bite. It could be a skin cancer, because something that is not healing, that it could be a skin cancer. And regarding more something that is changing, something new, I always recommend to come, because we have a tool that is called dermoscopy. It's like a kind of a microscope that you can see not just with the naked eye, but a little bit in more deep. And you can see if it's something that is good or not. No. So these two type of skin cancer, I think is very important to be checked by a dermatologist.
I never paid attention before. All I think about, is like dark spots, on your face, and and sometimes you have those spots on your wrist and your arm. That's all most people worry about. But when it comes to skin cancer, we should, especially living out in the tropics, we should be more cognizant of that. Now, what other types of skin conditions do you treat, Doc?
Well, as I said before, we treat like a wide range of conditions, from the basic acne, rosacea, warts, eczema, hair loss, moles, psoriasis. I have a PhD on psoriasis, yes. Yes, I think it's very interesting also that to be able to see so many different things, yes.
No, I know I'm not sure how knowledgeable I am on psoriasis, but is psoriasis something that is curable?
Well, it's a chronic condition. It's an inflammatory chronic condition that is genetic, that now we are in a new era of biological treatments. It's a type of treatments that they are like helping a lot the patient, because sometimes patients, people think that the psoriasis is something on the skin, but it has been demonstrated that has more comorbidities, and it could affect the inside the body, no?
The bones, especially.
The arteries, the more cardiovascular problems, etc. So we have to treat the patient to reduce that inflammation, no? And with the biological treatments, we are having excellent results. And now they are like more and more studies saying that the patients are free of the condition for a longer period of time.
Okay. Now, skin bleaching. I think we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about skin bleaching, because in the Caribbean, the practice of skin bleaching happens. We know that. And we want to look at some of the damages that can come from this. If you're just joining us, you're listening to The Business Buzz. We're in our third and final segment of this morning. And we're speaking right now to Dr. Rebecca De Miguel from Dharma. Thanks to our sponsors this morning of The Business Buzz, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Raising children is costly. That is why each year the Ministry of Education provides, through its Early Childhood Assistance Program, funding to assist Caymanian children to attend an early childhood center. For early childhood funding assistance, call the Early Childhood Care and Education Unit at 244-3155 or 936-0267, or download an application form from the Ministry's website at www.gov.ky/education and email the completed form to ecap@gov.ky.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
And that was a very short break, and it's 15 minutes until 9 o'clock, until we bring in your 9 o'clock headlines. And Silver Fox, he's got some great music lined up on the breakfast session for us. Now, in the meantime, we're speaking to Dr. Rebecca DeMiguel of Derma, and we're speaking about, or we're about to embark on the subject of skin bleaching. Dr. Rebecca, like I said before, in the Caribbean, the practice of skin bleaching does happen. Let's talk about some of the damages that can come from bleaching.
Well, this is a very interesting topic because it's a big problem in the Caribbean. So people have pigmentation on the face and they want to remove it. So sometimes they use over-the-counter products. And it was very interesting in the last Caribbean Dermatology Association meeting. I'm a member of the Caribbean Association, and I usually go to the meetings. If the pandemic allows us next year, we'll do it again. And one of our colleagues in Jamaica did a study of the over-the-counter products, and he found out that they had ingredients that they were not even labeled, and some of them they were steroids.
Wow.
So of course the steroid is going to bleach the skin, but long term it could cause atrophy of the skin, like a thinner skin, telangiectasias, it means vessels broken. So you cannot use certain products for a long period of time. And even the hydroquinone, that is very popular too, if you use it for a long period of time in darker colors, it could cause ochronosis, that is a gray discoloration on the skin. So you should look for some advice with a dermatologist. At the office, for instance, we do a lot of treatments, dermabrasion, dermapen, pills, oral treatment, topical treatment. We can suggest, we can advise, we can tell you, but I would advise the people to be careful with the over-the-counter products, because sometimes they are not very good for the skin.
Just in case there's someone out there who doesn't know what bleaching is, can you just explain?
Well, when you have a hyperpigmentation, it means like a darker color on the face. The bleaching creams, they are like to try to remove that pigmentation.
Okay, so I'm brown and I want to have a lighter complexion. So this is when I would bleach, typically.
Yes, but also not just because you want a lighter complexion, but also when you have spots, you want to get rid of them, and the whole thing. So it's both in both cases. And in both cases, they are over-the-counter products, and it's a disaster.
Wow. Now, how often should someone visit their dermatologist? How often should I come and see you?
Well, it depends, no? If it's just for skin cancer surveillance, it means to check if you have any problem on your moles, etc. I always recommend once a year. It's like to go to the dentist, no? That you have to go once a year. So I always recommend that. But if you have obviously a problem anytime, we are more than happy to see you.
Okay. Now, share some information on how someone can book an appointment with you.
Well, first of all, I would like to apologize if somebody that is listening to us right now had a difficulty, because we were like some months between clinics. It was a kind of a chaos. It was difficult for us, for our receptionists. It was quite difficult. So hopefully from now on, we are getting better. And you can contact us through the web, www.derma.ky, social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and email at info@derma.ky, and also WhatsApp and phone number. I have to admit that I have to check the number because I don't call myself. And and if you ask me, I'm going to tell you.
Is it 233-1152?
Yes.
That sounds correct.
Thank you.
That's 233-1152.
That's the phone, but the WhatsApp number is 925-2512.
Yeah, it's 925-2512. That's a WhatsApp.
Yes, okay. And we're trying to have all the options possible cover, like email, WhatsApp, phone, social media. We are trying to facilitate people to contact us.
Okay.
But yes.
I'm sure they can reach on our WhatsApp. No, I don't even know my phone number sometimes. I have to go back, and especially my work number, I have to go back and no. Now, how crucial is effective communication with your patients, Dr. Rebecca?
Well, I always try to give them leaflets. I always show them the photo of what they have on the computer, Google, like, this is what you have. But sometimes when you are giving them so much information, they look at you like in panic, no? And it's like, and you see the faces. You see the faces that I don't know what you told me. So when I see that face, I try always to explain. No worries. I repeat. I try to write down everything. I talk a lot usually, so we try to at least I like them to understand what they have.
Yeah.
Perhaps I cannot cure you because you have a chronic condition, but you should know what you have and why I'm prescribing you this or prescribing you that. I don't want, prescribe me this. No, I want you to know why, That's why I insist a lot on that part in the office.
Just yesterday I was telling someone, the next time you go to the doctor, take a notepad and a pen and you write everything down.
I always give it to them.
Because by the time you get home, by the time you leave the doctor's office,
exactly.
you forgot. You're like, okay,
exactly.
I can't remember what that's supposed to do, but just make some notes, It's important.
Yes.
Now, we know where you're located. We have your contact details, and let's give that telephone number again for WhatsApp, 925-2512. And hopefully the other number is correct, 233-1152. We can dial it now and find out if it's correct. Now, where are you located, Dr. Rebecca?
We are in a new development. It's a new plaza. It's called The Grove. It's in West Bay Road, before reaching Public Beach. It's between the Corsules, Governors Square, and Public Beach. In between the two of them, there is a new development.
Okay.
It's still half of the commercials are not open yet. It's going to be beautiful. It's a very nice area, and we are already 3 or 4 business there. So. Sorry, because there are not many signs yet. So sometimes
is the entrance on the West Bay Road side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can go for both sides, but usually the entrance is in West Bay
Road.
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know. Now, do you want to recap any key points you'd like our listeners to take away from our little discussion this morning, Dr. Rebecca?
Well, the skin is the largest organ in the body, so I think we should take care of it, and we are at Derma to help you. And I don't know.
But as we age, Dr. Rebecca, your skin, it starts to get it has that flaccid look. I don't know what you call it. What can someone do? You can't avoid it because you're aging. So what can someone do to make it look a little bit better, especially the area around your neck?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask about that.
When you're young and you have a tall neck and it's graceful and it's nice and subtle and all that. And now as you age, all the wrinkles start to fall down on your chest.
Well, we can provide a lot of treatments for that. In fact, we are bringing now a new laser to help with the loss of elasticity in the neck and the face. That is amazing. And so we provide also with some creams, supplements, vitamins, and these kind of treatments that they help a lot.
Okay. So treatment, like a moisturizer, is that?
We do moisturizer, vitamins, but also laser treatments that are better for this problem. Okay. So, we can help you.
All right. Dr. Rebecca de Miguel of Derma, I want to say thank you so much for being with us this morning. I learned quite a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today.
And I'm pretty sure when you leave the studio, you'll be like, I should have mentioned this. I forgot to mention this. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But we do appreciate the information you've shared with us. And I'm pretty sure that our listeners will come over and check you at the Grove on the West Bay Road. That's 1358 West Bay Road.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll come and just have a chat with you.
Anytime, more than happy.
More than happy. And before, we still have a couple of minutes left to spare. I just want to go back to your discussion about offering those educational talks to various schools and groups. Now, is this basically about skincare?
Yeah, it's about the sun protection.
Sun protection,
because the way we care about the skin when they are young is the future of the skin, no? So it's very important for the children to take care of the skin now, so they have less chances to have skin cancer in the future. That's why one of the targets is the children. Although I used to do a lot of presentation in CUC, Deloitte, and big companies also for the newcomers to tell them, please don't roast at the beach yourself. But now we are more focused on this sector in children, because I consider that they are the most important ones, because we have to take care of them so they don't have a problem in the future.
Now, we have a lot of construction going on around the island. What would you say to those, especially the men? I mean, we don't have that many women on construction sites. But what do you say to those men who are out there in the sun 8 to 9 hours per day?
Yeah.
What would you say to them as to how to protect their skin besides using, sunscreen?
The best is the clothing, to use the proper clothing, long sleeves. There are like a UV protection sleeves.
Oh, they do?
Yes, that they can put on, and because sometimes they have to wear the t-shirt of the company, but the underneath they can put this kind of UV protection sleeves that they can at least protect the arms. And the face, they have to use sunscreen and reapply it, and to try to find one that they are not complaining the eyes are exactly and a hat and sunglasses, just the common things. I think those are important too, and to drink a lot of water.
Okay. How do you take care of your skin?
Always, every single day, sunscreen.
How about your face?
Yes, well, we have a lot of products from our clinic.
Oh, you do?
Yes, Esderma and Heliocare, that they are from Spain, that they are fantastic, and it's the ones I was using. That's why I started to bring them, because I like them.
Okay, so I don't have to come to get your services. I can just come and buy the products.
Yes, definitely. You can have plenty of products, and they are very good quality. They have for many different conditions. It's like a little bit focused for acne, rosacea. So it's very, very nice brand.
Okay. Yes. Our first guest this morning, he was talking about his product, or the product that they carry, Piactive, for mosquitoes. And it's just interesting that we follow up with dermatology. Dr. Rebecca De Miguel of Derma, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you in the studio.
Thank you.
And good luck. And hopefully I'll come and look for you one day to see how I can take care of my skin.
Please, anytime.
Get rid of all my wrinkles and, just do some filling up. No, I'm just kidding. But I know those are the services you offer.
Yes.
Thanks again. And you can find her at the Grove on the West Bay Road. Thanks to our first guest this morning, Mr. Alan Correa, owner-manager of Core Distributor, Piactive Cayman. He shared the product Piactive with us this morning. Also to Shawnee Ellis, marketing specialist, Canada and the Caribbean from JN Money Services Limited. And now we just had Dr. Rebecca De Miguel of Derma. And of course, to all our listeners this morning, YouTube viewers, our producer of the Business Buzz, Ms. Susan Watson, thank you. And Silver Fox, thank you for holding it down in the studio this morning. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. There's also Brack Medical Supplies, now open in Cayman Brack. Until Thursday, April 14th, when we bring you another Business Buzz, and that will be the weekend of Easter, the long weekend. And Silver Fox can't wait for that. You have to work on Saturday. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life,